Dears, listen to the complete and detailed astrology overview for August 2020. Feel free to subscribe to our channel and be a part community of people who love horoscopes, tarot, and fortune telling. For free personal horoscopes for August, click the link in the video description. We are entering the month of August with the Sun in the sign of Leo. The horoscope for August speaks of interesting planetary movements affecting all 12 signs of the zodiac. The sign of Leo, as the fifth sign of the zodiac, is controlled by the Sun, as well as the fire element. These two facts combine in a passionate personality, with a warm heart and leadership nature. Such is the sign of the zodiac Leo, which at the beginning of August 2020 also affects other signs of the zodiac. The Sun in Leo brings each of us a great deal of energy and a feeling of inner harmony. The sign of Leo is associated with the fifth astrological house, the house of joy, which is also associated with creativity, fun, and a huge amount of strength and passion. During this period, each sign of the zodiac can expect new impulses in love, but the work will also seem to go smoother. Your free time will be full of fun and adventure. The fifth astrological house, the house of joy, is also associated with the tarot card High Priest. Like the Sun in a Leo, this tarot card will affect the month of August 2020. This card brings spiritual wisdom and a sense of freedom and happiness. It is for this reason that the beginning of August 2020 will be a very positive period, especially for the fire signs of the zodiac, such as Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. The water signs of the zodiac, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, may feel less energy during this period, as well as a chaotic feeling during activities where they will feel a lack of time for private matters. The earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as well as the air signs of the zodiac Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, will feel harmony and stability from the beginning of Augustus, thanks to the Sun in the fire sign Leo. With the arrival of August 2020, a very peaceful atmosphere awaits most of the signs of the zodiac, because the Sun shines brightly in our lives, radiating a large amount of energy needed for each of us to easily overcome the obstacles of life. The Sun in the sign of Leo also attracts intelligence to life and understanding for other people. The sign of Leo is intelligent and enchanting, and these qualities of Leo are also transmitted to adjacent signs. Activity and vitality will prevail earlier this month. The sign of the zodiac Leo is also perceived in his life as a pioneer of many ideas, and also as an innovator in life. This is mainly due to Leo's strength and determination. It is for these reasons that there are many possibilities and times in August when each of us can show more diligence and present ideas to others that could be beneficial for your future. Don't be afraid to implement new ideas, but keep everything well thought out so that your ideas don't fail in the beginning. Combine Leo's intelligence, strength, and hard work into one, and bring these benefits to your life so that you do something for your future well-being. August 3, 2020. The opposition of the planet Mercury and the planet Saturn occurs. During this day also comes the full moon sign Aquarius. Mercury is a planet that brings an interest in intellectual things into our lives. In connection with the Sun preceding the sign of Leo, it brings us an understanding of the things we want to learn in life. This transit of Mercury in opposition to Saturn indicates the opening of great logical thinking, but also strengthens our natural intelligence and understanding of true values. You should dedicate this day to studying or watching educational things that will enrich you with new knowledge in life. Also, be more interested in the children in your family, and pay enough attention to them. Try to teach them something new, something valuable. You will also have the ability to analyze things. This analytical thinking will be useful in your work to solve a task that has been waiting for you for a long time. The planet Saturn in opposition to Mercury suggests that we should focus on our future, on our dreams that we want to fulfill. Astrological transit points out that we should continue to develop our knowledge in our lives and not stay in one place, because new knowledge will also bring us more positive thinking. Get to know the world around you, take an interest in others. Take an interest in things that weren't clear to you yet. Try to learn something new for yourself and your loved ones. Spend your time together meaningfully, and it is these first days of August 2020 that you focus on self-development, and your personal growth or education. Read, be together, learn to cook, practice, meditate. Do things for your well-being and growth. The planet Saturn is also notoriously associated with the use of pain to attract attention. This negative side of the planet Saturn, together with the Sun in the Leo, suggests that we should also monitor our health and body. In case of suspicion of illness, in case of feeling weakness or nausea, we should not neglect this negative feeling, warns Horoscope August 2020. However, you must also be careful of loved ones who would like to attract more of your attention through a complaint. These days, remember all the preventive medical examinations that you neglected, because this period is especially suitable for that. Another important transit of this day is the full moon in the sign of Aquarius, which points to our emotions and health. You will feel strong emotional freedom, so this time is also a good time to focus mainly on your feelings and not only express positive emotions in your life, but also release fear, anger or jealousy on the outside. The full moon in the sign of Aquarius also brings a warning for health. It draws attention to the health problems, especially of those people who suffer from persistent skin problems. You can expect these problems to get worse during the full moon in the sign of Aquarius. Relax more and pay more attention to your health if you have skin problems, the Horoscope August 2020 advises. August 5, 2020. The entry of the planet Mercury into the sign of Leo is coming. The important transit of August 2020 speaks of self-confidence and the fire that will ignite in our souls and our hearts. This period should be devoted mainly to swift action on matters that require our swift procedures. This may involve important decisions that you should finally make in your life. However, be careful of the influence of the passionate nature of Leo on your zodiac sign, because the fiery element of Leo can also influence your decisions. The August horoscope highlights. Before every important decision, it is important to calm down and let your thoughts flow through your heart. In your heart, you will find originality and an understanding of how best to decide. Focus on the things that bother you in life and try to find a constructive solution so that you don't hurt anyone. Mercury in the sign of Leo also recommends that you consult with your closest friends or family members on problematic issues. Stop trying to carry all your problems on your shoulders, and try someone else for advice. There is someone in your area who will certainly give you a satisfactory answer to your questions and good advice. Take an interest in all the things that attract you today, because the entry of the planet Mercury into the sign of Leo, while the Sun is also in this sign, unlocks our intuition, which wants to wisely direct us to things that are beneficial to us. August 7th, 2020. The planet Venus enters the sign of Cancer. Around August 7th, 2020, the planet Venus enters the sign of Cancer, and this transit brings an intensification of emotions, both satisfactory and those associated with satisfaction and security. The sign of Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac and is associated with the fourth astrological house, which is home to family, parenthood, descent, and life. The fourth astrological house represents an important role of a warm home, a feeling of harmony with your family, as well as a feeling of satisfaction and security in our lives. On this day, do not be afraid to accept these positive feelings, and do not be afraid to express them to your loves as well. More attention to the children in your family is required during this period because all people will feel the need of their parents, and especially their mother. This is also where the opportunity comes for you to pay enough attention to your parents. If you have such an opportunity, remind them how much you care about them. The subconscious desire for home, and the desire to connect with its origin, brings precisely this transit of the romantic planet in the land of Cancer. Venus adds not only sensuality but also love and pleasure. The August 2020 horoscope emphasizes that pleasure is the key word for the day, and you should treat it not only to yourself but also to your family. Please others with a phone call, a message, or even a compliment and maybe a small gift. The transit of Venus allows us to receive but also to give love and affection that deepens our life values and shows us the right direction of life. August 11th, 2020. The moon gets from the full moon, which occurred on August 3rd in the sign of Aquarius, to the last quarter in the sign of Taurus. The days around August 11th, when the moon is in Taurus and the sun is still in the sign of Leo, will bring a new need for balance in our lives, in a certain direction of life. It can be a feeling of stability in the family, in love, in partnership, at work, in finances, or a desire to improve your health and finally bring it into balance. In any case, today you will feel the need to do something in your life that will improve your current situation. However, the moon in the sign of the Taurus brings one recommendation, and that is to avoid mistakes and not to attach importance to material things. On this day, you need to find peace and tranquility. In particular, focusing on real-life values that may have been forgotten in your surroundings can help you. Try to think for a moment about the last time you felt extremely happy and satisfied. Look for ways to repeat such situations in your life more often so that you can truly enjoy the gifts of this world that fate desires to give you. During the last quarter period in the sign of the Taurus, people that have thyroid glands disease should take care of. Also, pay attention to your diet, and during this period choose a lighter diet that does not burden your body. August 13th, 2020. There is a quadrature of the planet Mars with the planet Pluto. The mentioned astrological transit of Mars and the planet Pluto brings an enormously strong desire to assert dominance, as well as positions at work or in private life. We will feel a slight tension inside us because we realize that we have not achieved everything we dreamed of. However, this feeling is positive, because you always have the opportunity to continue working on your dreams. Don't be drawn away by the negative energies of the quadrature of Mars and the planet Pluto and try to find the positives in your position in life. None of us has endless energy reserves, and it is this transit that wants to remind us. Know that you can still fulfill your dreams, it just takes determination, and it also takes a sensible approach to things. Planet Mars also unlocks the negative effects of this transit in our lives, which is why you must be wary of aggression or outbursts of anger that may be misunderstood by your loved ones. Outbursts of destructive anger must be controlled on this day, and you should meditate more. Focus on peace and important little things in your life. Pluto recommends that you suppress any explosive anger or exaggerated reactions to situations that you will not like during this period. Keep a cool head, and approach other people calmly, and try to support them. However, The intense energy that shakes your emotions during this quadrature brings you many opportunities at work, as you will be able to redirect that energy to complete important tasks. Horoscope August 17, 2020. The conjunction of the Sun and the planet Mercury is taking place. For some of you, it may be interesting to know that during the conjunction of the planet Mercury with the Sun, the famous Hans Christian Andersen was born. But what does this conjunction mean for our lives and energy? This very positive conjunction brings great opportunities in our lives, especially in the field of communication, in the field of sharing ideas, and also brings the opportunity to use our active mind. You can let your energy wander through deep thoughts during this period, and follow all the ideas you get. The conjunction of the Sun and the planet Mercury stimulates the need for ideas, as well as the need for their implementation, underlines the Horoscope August 2020. Thinking becomes more vital, and you often have the ability to remember things that were problematic for you in the previous period. You capture all the important news and information, which is suitable mainly for your career, but also for finances. Now you have a very good opportunity to convince management of your qualities or get a new job. August 17th, 2020, when the Sun is in conjunction with Mercury, is one of the best times for a job interview. In the period around this transit, you will have the opportunity to convince others of your qualities, and you can use your communication skills and fresh mind in any direction you can think of. Your mental, as well as manual vitality, will be appreciated during this period if you make full use of it. This aspect is also associated with a negative impact on your health, as many of you will have a night of restless sleep or difficulty relaxing. That is why it is advisable to reduce caffeine, because your active mind will not allow you to rest. You will have enough energy, you will not have to artificially replenish it. Horoscope August 19, 2020, the new moon occurs in the sign of Leo. The month of August 2020 is very strongly connected with the sign of the Lion. This month, the new moon occurs in this sign, even at a time when the Sun is also passing through it. These common transits bring a sense of security at the very moment when you will have the opportunity to impress others or get someone you are interested in. It doesn't matter if you want to get the attention of management in your company, the attention of your children, or your spouse, a better position in the family, or you just want to impress someone important to you. This day and 3 days around this day are very suitable, especially for single individuals who would like to find a suitable partner. You now have the opportunity to attract attention and enchant the person you are interested in. The period around August 19, 2020 is particularly suitable for social activities that will be related to making new contacts. The horoscope during the month in Leo also recommends that each of us look at ourselves a little critically. We must not see ourselves as the center of the universe, but we must also realize our shortcomings. Only in this way do we have the opportunity to work even more on shortcomings and become a better person in the eyes of ourselves. This is extremely important. The new moon in the sign of Leo draws to paying attention to health, especially for those individuals who suffer from high blood pressure or heart problems. Horoscope August 20, 2020. The planet Mercury enters the sign of Virgo. In previous days, you were also aware of the shortcomings of yourself, but just during the entry of the planet Mercury into the sign of Virgo, you will see all the shortcomings of the people around you. You will be a very critical person, and criticism will also come to you. This transit affects all signs of the zodiac, but it will be influenced mainly by earth signs, especially the signs of Virgo, Taurus, and the sign of Capricorn. It is these signs that will put them in a position where they will be very critical of other people. Be careful that this behavior of yours does not bring enemies into your life. Other signs of the zodiac must be prepared for a tense period, but you will be able to enjoy the time spent alone. You will be attracted mainly to the activities you can do alone, the Horoscope August 2020 accentuates. Enjoy reading books, watching TV, and especially the silence that should surround you during this day. Take note of things that can seize your mind. On this day, many of us will not be interested in communication, but we will rather choose time alone, which will satisfy us during this day. Horoscope August 22, 2020. The Sun moves from the sign of Leo and enters the sign of Virgo. The Sun enters the Earth sign, which is associated with the 6th astrological house, the house of health, work, order in life, duty, the house of effort, and positive working relationships, which are also associated with modesty and willingness. These keywords also listed the main features of the sign of Virgo, which are now being transferred to the lives of other signs of the zodiac. As the Sun moves from the sign of Leo to the sign of Virgo, the feeling of childlike joy in life gradually disappears, and responsibility, duties, and also greater work effort enter into our lives. The main feature of people born in the sign of Virgo is mainly their systematics, and this sign is also known for its sense of order. In the life of each of us, it is time to clean up not only the household but also our thoughts and emotions. There comes a time when everyone must act mature and try to secure not only themselves but also all other family members. Now is not the time for thoughtless action. On the other hand, this transit gives us a lot of positive vibrations into our lives, because it also facilitates all the work in our household, as well as the amount of energy for any work we do. The positive of this transit, which the August 2020 horoscope underlines, is also the fact that one gradually learns to be independent, and our responsibility is also in the eyes of other people. Everything in our lives should now have a thoughtful and workable process that we will transfer not only to work, to private life, but also our health. Transit, when the Sun is in the sign of Virgo, is the best time for preventive checkups and for resolving the health burdens that have been with us for years. A sense of order also brings the opportunity to clean the household, where you can throw away everything old and unnecessary and let a positive aura, and new energy into your home. The second half of August 2020 thus becomes an ideal time to focus on your life mission, to clean up your emotions and household, and also to organize your whole life, which will get into the necessary unity. August 25, 2020. The Moon is forming in the first quarter in the sign of Scorpio. The Sun has settled in the sign of Virgo, and the Moon is shifting in the sign of Scorpio, bringing deep emotions when none of us are satisfied with shallow relationships and superficial values. Many people will literally long for meaningful conversations about private life. This period is especially suitable for sitting with friends, and for communicating with the people closest to you. It's also time to complain a bit and release all the negative feelings that are bothering you. Surely there is someone near you who likes to listen to you. This transit helps many people to release their emotions, and most importantly to free themselves from negative feelings. Negative thoughts can finally leave you because you will have the opportunity to trust them with a person who will help you clear your mind. The August 2020 horoscope also indicates that you will be forced to change your thinking because someone close to you will open your eyes in a certain direction. Meaningful communication is, therefore, becoming the alpha and omega these days, and you should release all your emotions from the outside. The first quarter of the month marked by Scorpio also draws our attention to urinary tract problems in the area of health. If you experience such health complications, be extra careful during this period. August 30th, 2020. There is an opposition of the planet Venus with the planet Pluto. The emotional planet Venus in opposition to the planet Pluto brings a slight pressure on our relationships, but also on the whole household. You may feel tense in your private life, especially if you are part of a larger family living together in the same household. Many people will feel the decline of energy, as well as the negative thoughts that the planet Pluto brings. If you are in a relationship, your partner may also feel suspicious and jealous. Therefore, do not give him an excuse to provoke quarrels, and do not allow him to manipulate your words or expressions. During this transit, it is also possible that you will be more benevolent to people who have violent tendencies, and some of you will subconsciously look for relationships with troubled people. This period is not suitable for finding a partner, and singles should rather spend this period with themselves, preferably by enhancing their spiritual development. The transitive Venus in quadrature with the planet Pluto highlights mainly relationships that are in great imbalance, points out Horoscope August 2020. If you are in an unbalanced relationship, this period can bring you even more sadness and problems. You should be able to analyze your inside perfectly. If you do not feel satisfied enough in your private life, you should solve all problems today, here, and now. The August 2020 horoscope thus brings a really interesting prediction for every sign of the zodiac. If you want to know your horoscope for August 2020, do not hesitate and click the link in the video description, where you can find whole overview and all horoscopes August, for every zodiac sign. Feel free, and subscribe to our channel for more zodiac fun. Horoscope and divination wish you successful August 2020.